Hi everyone, this is Ritesh and I hope you are doing well. I am the current Power BI super user. If you want to follow me, you can get the links at the YouTube description. I write blogs about Tableau and Power BI and my site name is dancesingwithdata.com. So do visit that website as well. In our last session, we talked about row context and this is the time to switch over to filter context in Power BI. So if you've not watched my previous video, I would recommend you to first watch that video and then come to this video. As usual, we'll have a few PL 300 questions for the filter context as well. So we'll solve these questions at the end, but let us try to understand what is filter context. So a filter context is a set of filters that is applied to the data model before the evaluation of a DEX expression. Remember, before the evaluation of a DEX expression. So it always exists before a DEX expression being evaluated. Unlike row context where you are doing row by row evaluation or iteration, we are not doing as such any filtering over there. But here we talk about the filter context. So your DEX expression depends upon the filter that has been applied by the slicer or filter through visual in matrix visual based on row and column data field or Power BI filters. Now let us analyze that visually, that will be better. You can get this blog at the description. So there are four different ways with the help of which you can filter. You can filter via slicer or you can filter through visual values. You can filter through metrics as well, as you can see point number 3, or you can filter through the page level filters. So we'll do this at Power BI desktop as well. As I say, the best way to learn is to do. So let's do it. First of all, let us see the data source once more. So I have made one small change over there, or say addition. So I've inserted something called region over. So that's the only addition over here. If you talk about that means the region, and within that region you have like products. You can say these are the production centers for these products, chocolate products, and these are the quantity, unit price, and total sales which we have got after multiplying quantity with unit price. So it's a pretty simple data set. Now let's go back to the visual so that we can see how with the help of these four different ways we can apply the filters. Okay, let's go to the PBAI file. Let's go to the visual. Let us create this in a absolute new page. Okay, so let's start with a table and we bring in product, region, and quantity. Okay, let me just format it so make it a little more visible. I hope it is clear enough now. Okay, so now by default already there is a filter through visual value over there if you see, right? If I go back to my Power BI desktop, so it acts according to the selection that you have made. That means that within region East and say product dairy milk, I have quantity as 2, 3, 2, 2 and 3. Maybe I'll put region first and product later. Okay, perfect. So that means within region East, I have dairy milk and the quantity is 2. But I need to enter the total sales as well so that I can analyze it in a better way. And maybe let me have total sales only and let's get rid of the quantity. Okay, so that's it. Within the region East, product dairy milk, our sales is 10, so forth and so on. That looks fine. So if you see within East region, the total sales is 30, 10 plus 20. So if I remove product, boom, so it's 30. Now it's 30 and 30. And that makes sense. That is perfect. So this is what you say filter via visual, filter through visual. If I change the level of granularity, the filter will change. If I bring in a product over there, so definitely you get your total sales as per product. Product is there in the level of detail as we say in Tableau. Okay, let's go to the third point. So I can anytime change my table to matrix. So this is nothing but the matrix form of the same fields over there. So I can just go over there and I can pick matrix. So same thing in a different format where you have all the region here and all the products there horizontal in the horizontal fashion. Okay, the first one was filter through slicer. So let us insert one slicer over there. So maybe we can insert slicer on region. So this is my slicer and I pick my region. So that means if I pick central, you see only the matrix visual for central region. And if I pick east, you see that for the east. And if I select all, you get all. So that's the another way to filter. Last but not the least, let us see the page level filters as well. So let me remove this from the equation for now. The page level filter means filters at the level of page. Where you are at page, right? So if I'm bringing more visuals over there, my filter will act at the page level. So let me click on this visual to select, for example, I say product. I want to just analyze dairy milk. So I get all the stats for dairy milk. So these are the four different ways with the help of which you can filter. I can just bring it to the original position now. And let us talk about the filter within the DEX expression. Let me convert it back to table form. I'll put total sales at the end. It looks better. So we want to insert a new column over there where we can see only the sales for KitKat, one product that is called KitKat. So we need to make use of calculate function, and it's pretty handy, and it's, I think it's one of the most used DEX command or say function, which in most of the cases helped us to change the context. The other function that we are going to use would be the all function, and that will remove the applied filter from the filter context. So let's go to modeling and create a new measure. Another great advantage of measure is that it acts on the fly. It's not a part of your data model, so it will not increase your size. So it will just act according to the filter that you will set. So it's quite handy. So let us create our uh, sales for KitKat, and let me just increase the size. Okay. So first of all, I say calculate. The expression over here is the total sales, right? The measure will always expect an aggregate function. Since this is a measure, it wants to aggregate something. So I want to get the total sales. Fair enough. Get total sum of sales, and the filter that I want to set is okay, and that's it. Now let me select the newly created measured field over there, and here you see all the rows over there. For all the product, I see the sales for KitKat. So if we talk about the operation of this formula, we can say that this will first get you the sales for KitKat, and after that it will populate all the rows there with the values or the sales for KitKat. Now that's the operation for this formula. Now if I create a new formula with the same logic, but maybe I'm going to make use of all function over here, and let us see if there is any difference over there. So maybe I can just copy it. I go to modeling and I say new measure. Okay, I will just put all over there so that I can just identify it. And here I need that difference, right? So what I want is I want to have all chocolate table, and after that comma getting the filter over there. And the filter over there is the same thing that I want to have this for the product KitKat, right? Equal to KitKat. And it will be interesting to see that what will happen now. I press the enter button and let's see. So let us bring in, and boom, you get the absolute same output over there. And that solves your first question over there. So you get this output with both A and D with all function, and here with the usual filter without not specifying that within any function, you get the same output. So what could be the formula with the help of which I would like to just display 20 for KitKat only? I just don't want to show it for the other rows over there, because right now it is just overriding the context which is as product level and is highlighting for all the different rows, but I just want to display this at KitKat, this $20. So let us create another measure over there, and this time I would say says for KitKat with the function means I will put filter function here, right? And maybe I can delete it and do it from the scratch, and I say filter, and table name is chocolate, and what I'm trying to filter, I'm trying to filter the product, and product is equal to KitKat, and here you go. I've added this field and boom, this is as per my requirement. So what could be the operation now? Okay, first it would go to the KitKat and get you the sales. Same. But here it will also check for each whether your product is KitKat or not, and it will display only for the row where you have product as KitKat. And here you go. And this will help you to solve the next question. And the answer for this one would be B. Well, before I end the session, let me bring in the region. Here you go. Let me put a region at the top instead. So there is a difference over there. Sales for KitKat all where we are making using all function remains the same. Whereas sales for KitKat, which we assumed earlier that it looks quite similar to or to the other formula having the all function or say the other DEX expression. Well, the difference is in the case of all, it will not respect the fact that there is no KitKat under the region central if you see the actual data source. This is our actual data source. I have gone to the data source. So we can clearly see that for east, okay, at least there is one row over there, but for central, there is no KitKat. So when it comes to all, it won't respect that. But when it comes to the other one, that is sales for KitKat, and we can just go and see the formula, it will respect. It will respect the fact that there is no KitKat under central. So this expression respect the filter set by the region central. So I've come to the end of this session and I hope this was informative for you. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you're coming for the first time. I have a lot more informative videos for you. So this is Ritesh signing off from. So dance with data, sing with data, and have fun with data. Bye bye.